Now, did you know that according to the Bible, it's not safe to die unless you've trusted Christ to be your Savior? If you haven't, you could close your eyes in this life and open them in the next and be in hell. People say, I'm afraid of that. I don't want to go to hell. What has God done so that I won't have to go to hell? First, Dr. Lutzer tells us about the bad news, and then the good news. I want you to listen.
And then, of course, hell is a place of easy access, but no exit. I think Dante was right. One summer, I took Dante with me to read, and I think he was right, you know. He was wrong about some things, but he was right when he said that the entrance into hell had these words: "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." My friends, I think that one of the greatest preachers in America was Jonathan Edwards. And Edwards is known for his sermons, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. Let me read a few paragraphs. He says, "There is nothing that keeps wicked men at any one moment out of hell but the mere pleasure of God. There is no lack in God's power to cast wicked men into hell at any moment. They deserve to be cast into hell, so divine justice never stands in the way. They are now the objects of that very same anger and wrath that is expressed in the torments of hell. Yea," and notice this now, "God is a great deal more angry with great numbers that are now on earth, yea, doubtless with some who reread this book, who may be at ease, than he is with many of those who are now in the flames of hell." Let me continue with another paragraph. "Unconverted men walk over the pit of hell on a rotten covering, and there are innumerable places in this covering so weak that they will not be able to bear their weight, and those places are not seen. There is the dreadful pit of the glowing flames of the wrath of God. There is hell's wide gaping mouth open, and you have nothing to stand upon, nor anything to take hold of. There is nothing between you and hell but air. It is only the power and the mere pleasure of God that holds you up. His wrath burns against you like fire. He looks upon you as worthy of nothing else than to be thrown into the fire. You hang by a slender thread, with the flames of divine wrath flashing about, ready every moment to singe that thread and burn it asunder." Wow. You know, in Canada, during the days when it was just prairie, there was a story that perhaps you heard about how a man and his daughter were walking along and they saw the fire coming toward them, a prairie fire. They couldn't run from it, but the father said, "Let's quickly burn a patch of grass right here." And they lit a fire right where they were, and as the fire was still in the distance, they cleared this patch by using a match to light the fire. And so a large patch was burned out. And when the fire came, the story goes, they stood on that patch, and the fire did not get to them because they were standing where the fire already was. Death and the curse were in our cup. O Christ, 'twas full for thee, but thou hast drained the last dark drop. 'Tis empty now for me. Christ took the hell of all who believe in him. He took the hit that we might be delivered, set free, and shielded from the wrath of God. I urge you to flee to him. I urge you to give up all hope of rationalizing and arguing with God. Receive his Son, or your future will be one of damnation.